Welcome, everyone. It's great to be here with you today. I'm Oliver Submunia, Market Development Manager at doTERRA, and today we will learn from an amazing presidential diamond and European founder leader from Romania. She is a certified aromatherapist, a clinical psychologist, and a medical doctor. She's passionate about integrating holistic lifestyle in our modern everyday living. As a mother of 2 kids, her vision is to empower other women, other mothers to have faith in their inner wisdom and acknowledge that they are the true guardians of their own family's well-being. Today, she will share with you her amazing journey and the success principles to the presidential diamond rank. Please welcome Ioana Marginean. Ioana, the online stage is yours.
Yes, so good to be here. Hello, Oliver. Hello to all of you. I'm so happy to be here. It's just in the last past year, we just did online presentations and events, and I really miss human touch, and I really miss hugging people and talking to people and exchange energy with all people. So in this evening, I'll try to share a little bit of my energy with you. So let me tell you a little bit about my background. I am a medical doctor, a dentist actually. I finished my studies in 2006. And for 12 years, I have practiced dentistry in my private practice. And I kept getting better and better because I really love what I was doing. And I have also specialized in aesthetic prosthetics, and I had my doctoral diploma in dental anxiety. You could say that I'm a little bit geek. I always need to learn something. If I don't learn something, I feel like, okay, what's next? What should I do now? So I have always dreamed of how can I reach my highest potential. And I followed my dream, doing my job with passion, and I had real connection with my patients. I have never ever settled with mediocrity of what was I doing, and everything came easily for me. This was before I had kids. I had all my focus was on dentistry and my private practice. You know, there's Tony Robbins saying that where your energy goes, focus flows. You know, where you put your energy, everything comes with abundance. I think I really felt that. And the love and appreciation from my patients. And of course, I had financial stability with what was I doing. And I had a very strong feeling of freedom. This is why I chose dentistry, to be my own boss. But you know, life happens and nothing is constant. Nothing is linear in life. And I have 2 kids. And after they were born, my life, our whole family changed completely. My focus was not on my patients, was on my kids. Especially with my first one, I was like, oh my God, I saw only the baby. You know, there's a saying that when you have with the first kid, it's like God takes your mind away. And with the second one, God gives your mind back. And this was a perfect thing for me. It happened completely for me. So you can say that with my 2 kids, I have duplicated myself. In 2017, I began my doTERRA account with the family kit, you know, the 10 oils, 5 millimeters. I really wanted badly those oils, and I have really drove my husband crazy with them. In the beginning, you know, my husband did not understand what was all the fuss about these oils, because I was already using them. I began with a bottle of lavender bought from a friend of mine. And I was truly in love with them, their power and the light they carry within. And I began my doTERRA account with knowing that I could earn money sharing the oils. I had no idea. I just wanted the oils, and I wanted them for the effect they had. So only after a few months, I have realized that money kept coming in my air balance. After friends of mine bought oils from me, and my first thought was, oh my gosh, I could have all the oils. And my secret desire was sandalwood back then in summer 2017. I really, really, really wanted all the oils. I was so in love with them. And I kept reading about them and their properties, and began with safety book, because although I was fascinated by their power, being a doctor made me curious about the mechanism of functioning. And since I kept recommending them, I just wanted to be absolutely sure that I am giving the best advice. So yes, I had and have a lot of friends, and I have a lot of connections. And well, now they're all doTERRA members. In my first month, I was enrolling 10, 15 people a month. And I guess my best month was 24 people enrolled. And what I believe it's very important is product education and customer care, because people need human connection, and human touch is the best natural medicine there is. Human connection and human relationships. And although we live in an era run by internet, run by robots, automatization, I believe that real success in network marketing comes almost 100% from human connections. And we are not selling oils. We change lives. We change mentalities. We improve lifestyle. We really empower other people. So I started sharing doTERRA when I think Julia was still a baby. Yes, still a baby, 4 months old. And now I address especially to mothers with small babies, because I know in doTERRA there are a lot of mothers with small babies. And I know what it's like to change diapers, to hold the baby at the breast with one hand and the other hand on your phone talking to people. And I don't know, messages with friends telling how quickly and easily you got over something bad that happened with the help of the oils. And I was really there too, four years ago, yes. And it's just that besides all the doTERRA mom stuff, I had something else. I had the office, I had patients which I needed to take care of, and which were under my care. And as a doctor, you can't really take a break for, 2 years, especially if you are a freelancer. And the office offered us an extraordinary income, my dental private office. And my husband and I decided to return to work as soon as possible, because my office was our main source of income. And he stayed at home with and took care of the children. We would have liked to have a grandmother to rely on, but life happened, and we didn't have that possibility. And a nanny was not an option, because in our vision, children must be raised by parents, with the help of grandparents, of course, but by parents, not by a nanny. So in the beginning, I failed to fully enjoy the first years of my children's life. It was a very difficult time for me. And I felt it every day torn in two, and torn between the maternal instinct to sit next to the baby for a few months. And on the other hand, I had my profession and the care for my patients. And in this time, the doTERRA community we created was growing and flourishing. And mothers like me were beginning in 2017, it was the beginning. They were beginning to have the courage to listen to their intuition and give Mother Nature a chance. And women, us women, we have in our DNA the intuition of our ancestors, of our women ancestors, which were the true healers of ancient families. And an intuition that modern society and the industrial age have attenuated. I don't know if it's correct in English, but they tend to take that away and almost extinguish the natural intuition. But with the revolution, because there is a revolution of essential oils, especially in the recent years, our ancestral female intuition is rekindled and becoming daily what passes stronger. And I feel it that it's more real and more women are connected one to the other. And after 2 years in which I developed doTERRA as a professional project besides family, motherhood, which of course was my first priority, and medical practice, which was my second priority, I got to the point where I felt exhausted. I felt tired, because I was carrying too much in my back. And I couldn't give up anything. I was like a prisoner, not even the office, my dental practice, because it was my safety net. And I had worked on all my life. And my father was always telling me about, this is something real. You have it, something real. You worked for this 35 years. This is your first choice. And this brought me social and brought me professional and also financial security, but not at the way doTERRA. Because in doTERRA, I truly found myself. And I regained passion for life and achieved my childhood dream, that dream what I think every child has, that to be a superhero. And of course, yes, doTERRA gave me that feeling every time a mother or a friend called me to tell me that she had a good night, that she and her baby are good and their health is good and improved. So when we humans, when we fail to make a decision, we ask for help. And we are always looking for signs. I was looking for signs. In the summer of 2018, I found that sign. I cut my pinky, this finger. I have also now pictures from that back then. So I cut my right hand finger in two. And then I found myself physically unable to perform in my dental office. And then was the moment I understood. I remember that moment that I was with a finger wrapped in a cloth and the blood was flowing very hard and I was alone with my two kids. And I was, oh my God, I was enlightened. I was just thinking, oh God, I wanted a sign. It's like God was talking to me. You wanted a sign. Now do you understand? Come on. And then exactly that moment I knew that I had to cut off my safety net. No fear, simply trust and enjoy the ride and love. And most of all, envision what will come. And as long as we live on the safe mode, we do not reach our true potential. We just live warm and cozy. And as I was saying at the beginning, where focus goes, energy flows and abundance begins and results begin to rise. In a short after that moment, I have reached Blue Diamond, I think in that autumn, 2018 in autumn. And after 1 year and a half, Presidential Diamond. And in that moment, when I cut my finger in half, I began to live like my prayers were completely listened. And my prayers were real, were actually happening. So if you're not quite sure where is your path in doTERRA, I think there are 3 points to start. So first, start with why. Why are you doing what you are doing? Why do you share these oils? And mostly, how would your life be without them? And the good help is, Andy Goddard's belief pyramid. I use it also in my team trainings because it's very accurate with the level your rank is and your belief system. And it's absolutely phenomenal. And I think then it will give you some answers. And for me, the answer was easy. I want to be the change. I want to see a change in the world around me. So I wanted the people around me to have solutions, or when they literally run out of options. And especially the year we've been through, 2020, put us in this situation. We run out of options, but the oils were our option. So when our faith and soul are on the right path, be very consistent with your actions, because you can do doTERRA, part-time, you can do it full-time, but you cannot do it sometime. So be consistent in whatever you decide, and take responsibility for your business, because if this is what you want, of course, you need time and you need energy for results to come to life. So make a schedule and plan, make a real plan, because the day, has only 24 hours. And maybe we're gonna have some question and answers, but I want to give you some, I'm gonna write back in the chat after. I'm gonna give you 3 more tips. So for me, this summer, I had a certificate in lifestyle advisor. It's the European, it's something new. Based for doctors, medical doctors, to engage in nutrition and make advice of lifestyle to patients. And then there I found out that it's very useful to have a smart plan on yourself, on your engagement and your objectives. And that smart plan should be specific, measurable, accessible, relevant, and set in a clear time frame. For every for every purpose you have in doTERRA as a business. And 2, try to connect with what motivates you. A life, it's like make your passion your job. Transform your passion into your job, because this is the way that you live a happy life. And the third one is like make time for yourself daily. I had a real issue making time for myself. I still struggle in this area, because as mothers, you have to put everybody to be good, your kids, your husband, everybody, and we leave ourselves in the last place. And this is also now a real struggle to me, to put myself first. What helped me was the Miracle Morning. I read about it in a book. To meditate, move, breathe, read, and write a journal, because we should be our life's observers. And visualize, and the most important, be grateful, because if we feel grateful in our hearts, we cannot feel anger, we cannot feel resentful. There are 2 opposite emotions that cannot live both in our hearts in the same time. And begin by being grateful to your heart. And what helped me with my team was creating a vision board. First of all, creating my vision board, because I could not teach them to create the vision board if I had no vision board. Then to ease things in doTERRA, we should use the duplication system that we already have, not to reinvent the wheel. We have pipes, we have back to basics from Alice Edivy, we have Diamond Club, and we should keep it simple. Besides this, we said that we need connections. this is why we need to act authentically and always put empathy first. Always put the desire to serve those around you and add value and support you offer. And things will come as you imagine, because people will feel that you have first your good intention. And this society limitative beliefs. I come from Romania. We have so many limitative beliefs. I mean, I was raised in communism. I have 39 this year. I have 40 years old. I was born in 81. I have lots of limitative beliefs. But with doTERRA, it's like I felt freedom for the first time in my life. I had the freedom to think freely, to create, and to be my own wishes creator. And this is so empowering, because the most powerful limits are in our imagination and our commitment to reaching our objectives, our goals, our purposes. So I want to leave you with a feeling, the feeling that is within us the power to change, and it is within us the power to create. And I address mainly to all women in this webinar, all doTERRA women, because also men, because women, we are yin and yang. Women, without men, we don't exist. We are better together. But women have the power to change the world. And I don't mean in politics or leading businesses, but I mean women that are the wives and the mothers. By caring and loving, we imprint trust, and we imprint cohesion and hope and power to our families and to families around us. And by intuition and connectiveness to Mother Nature, we imprint a clean and honest and a healthy lifestyle, and we all need this, especially now. And I really believe that women will change the world with love. And as we want to change the world, I always tell my kids, if we want to change the world, we should start by changing ourselves. So yes, this was my journey to reaching Presidential Diamond. And now I see some questions here. Love you too, Claire. So good to be here. What were the 3 points? Sharing without the oils, 3 points that I saw. So I said that you should start with your why, to have a clear vision. Why are you doing this? Why are you sharing the oils? And how would your life be without the oils? Because this is so empowering. Even if we think that the oils are gone, oh my God, I need these oils, you know? And this is the feeling that everyone who gets in connection with the oils feels exactly the same. So more about the vision board. Oh, I found it, it's the concept, I think from Deb Erickson, I heard it first, and then from my upline, Haley Hobson. To create a vision board, it's like putting your wishes in reality. You take a photo, for example, your dream house, or make a vision board for the next month that will come. Then if you put your intentions and your wishes to something real, like a photo or a map or a blueprint, then your mind creates the path needed to get to the results. It's very interesting. It's neuroscience, actually, and it really works. And we teach that we can have that vision board for short term and also long term. And I like to make vision boards blended professionally and family, and blend it together, because in doTERRA we blend family is special about this. We use your sample in life coaching, the goal, the timing. Thanks. Thank you. What's my favorite oil? Oh, I have so many favorite oils, and you know, the oils interacts with our body chemistry and it changes. Now, I could not say that I have bergamot, frankincense, pink pepper. I don't know what happens with me. Pink pepper, where are you, honey? Pink pepper and patchouli. I have an obsession like now with pink pepper and patchouli. Yes, but I was thinking what oil I don't like. I had a very strong adversity for cilantro and was very strong in past tense. But you know how body changes? It's very interesting. My husband used to tell me, he used to have headaches. And I always gave him a peppermint because I use peppermint for my head tension, sorry. And one day, he saw that past tense, and I always kept putting that away because the cilantro smell is so powerful for me. And I just hide it. And he said, wait, this is a blend for head tensions, right? I said, yes. Oh, why don't you give it to me? Because I hate that smell. And the first time he used it was in the car with me. And it was so awful. And I was like, with the window down. But after, I don't know, 1 week or two, I began to not be bothered by past tense smell. I was, why? And I was beginning to think that because it made my husband feel good and I love my husband, maybe something in me had changed. And now I'm not bothered by the smell of past tense, not even by cilantro. I mean, this is weird. And I had also a very interesting experience with geranium. In the beginning, I mean, 2018, 19, when I smelled geranium, I was like puking. Very strong emotional thing with geranium. And one time I had it, I don't know, BOGO or something like that, and I had to do a presentation on geranium. And when I do presentation, I take all my books and start reading and emotional and something drew my attention. It's about love and maternal love, the love you have with your mother, the connection with your mother. And back then in 2000, my mother has an illness, is a very disturbing illness for me. It's very disturbing. And I was so, I was like mad all the time. I was mad on her, but later I was mad on the disease. I couldn't be mad at her because I love her so much and I miss her so much. And when I read about geranium, I was like, oh my God, now I understand what I have, like a strong adversity. And the second day, it's just like I put it in my body cream and I use it all the time. And I have now a very good, if you like strong scent, a very good diffuser blend. Patchouli, geranium, and ylang-ylang. And if you feel it, it's like, oh, this is just perfect. Yeah. So, what is your favorite, your magic key? I don't have, I have favorite oils. For now, I said pink pepper and patchouli, bergamot, frankincense. If I was to be left on a desert island and had only one oil with me, I don't know, frank or peppermint. I really don't know. I think I would take them both, frank and peppermint. Yes, I always mix. Now we have a mix. I mix and I put like, I don't know if you know this thing. It's like augmenting, like you do it with water. I do it with oil. And now I have a blend with bergamot, lime, ylang-ylang, and geranium, of course, and 2 drops of sandalwood and 1 drop patchouli. And it's very strong. I like it. So yes, I do mix. I mix all the time. I mix daily.
Ioana, I have a question too. I know that a lot of people are interested or would be interested, like what is your way to approach people with the oils? How do you do that?
I don't approach people. I mean, I have something. I don't know. Not shame. I don't know. I don't approach people. I just put myself out there, and people come to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know the concept of human design. I'm a projector. And projectors don't have the power to initiate discussions, you know. But I put myself out there. I learn and I share my wisdom. And people are drawn to me. And people who are not drawn to me is their way. But not everyone can do it like that. Other people, I have team members who go to people sampling. The best advice I can give you is share the oils. Sample, sample, sample. And always try to sample the most easy thing your friend has. The most easy thing that maybe with medical procedures did not have results. For example, headaches. You know, headaches are very common. For me, was quite, I don't know, wow, when I put peppermint on my back of the neck, one drop here and on the temples. And in 5 minutes, my pain was gone. And I had to take medicine for that. I struggled with headaches for several years. It also helped me being on a gluten-free diet with the headaches, but the thing with peppermint, it was like, whoa, what's this? It really works. So this sample, 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 sample.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
And not try to reach, I don't know, with hard, chronic things. No, don't go there. People need to build confidence, because if you want to have a result in that area, people need to change behaviors, need to change diets, need to change lifestyle. And first, they need to believe, they need results, they need to see that they work.
Okay, great. If you could go back in time and you could start it all over again, what would you say? Like, what are some of the things that you would maybe do differently, if any?
I would structure my organization differently. I would study compensation plan, because in the beginning, I didn't know what's that building. Oh, I just, okay, put there. I had no clue. I think it took me 1 year to have power of 3. Now I teach from the beginning, power of 3, power of 9, because when you have power of 9, your oils are paid. So this is the way I teach now. And then power of 27. When you reach power of 27, you are okay. And this is the best advice. Study the compensation plan, understand it, use it to talk to your upline or your upline's uplines until you find a person that can explain it to you.
Okay. I see. Great. You feel like you're very conscious about the things that you do. I feel a lot of good energy from you, spiritual stuff, holistic stuff, all that. Where do you go to inspiration, Ioana? Well, like, where do you get your energy, motivation, inspiration to move on with doTERRA and in life in general?
A very big part of my energy comes from within. I read a lot. I'm not as spiritual as I want to be, but I'm better than I was 5 years ago. It's like doTERRA showed me the path. I'm not at the end. I'm just at the beginning. I'm learning how to be spiritual. I'm learning to connect with myself. I have struggles. I have struggles to put myself first. I have struggles doing that daily ritual. I have my battles. I have my issues, but I'm better than I was 5 years ago. And I see it. This is the progress. And I think this is the most important, that we progress. I heard I think Tony Robbins. I love Tony Robbins. And I heard that if we don't go further, we don't grow, we die. We cannot just stay still. We have to move. So, yeah.
And how do you do that, Ioana? Like how do you solve to stay focused? Because obviously on your way, people will have objections or obstacles. How do you keep yourself mentally focused?
Well, I'm not always mentally focused, you know. It's like, you see, it's like the thing with social media and Instagram. You see perfect people. We are not perfect. We have our ups and downs. But you have to know your why. When I started to do doTERRA as a business, I said, okay, I want to be presidential. I didn't say that I want to be a gold or a premier or no, I wanted to be presidential. This is what was very strong in me from the beginning. And you know, because I know that you know that I lost a leg. I was blue and then I lost a leg and I began to build again. And in 1 year and a half, I reached presidential because my why was very clear for me. And I have my ups and downs, and I'm not always like Zen and meditate. And I'm human. Mm-hmm. But that's what why I was saying that the first thing is know your why. Be very clear. Why? Why are you? Because you have times of struggle, and if that is clear, you go over it.
Okay. How do you keep the balance? You have 2 beautiful children, a husband, a big team. Maybe you do some hobbies or other responsibilities. Like, how do you keep the balance between those big responsibilities?
In our family, we are partners. We don't say that, okay, I'm the woman, I have to do the cleaning and cooking and stuff like that, and you are the man, you have to be, I don't know, bring the money. No, we are partners. We help each other. So this is a very important thing for me, that my husband is very supportive, and he was very supportive from the beginning, because I seen even in my team that women, mostly doTERRA is done by women, 60-70%. If they are not fully supported by their partners, they won't go to the top. It's very important. You cannot do it alone. And I had before the pandemic began, I had the presentation. I was on the road because I have a big team. And I was in Cluj, in Bucharest, and blah, blah, and went, and kids were little. I didn't want to take them all the time with me because it's very tiring for them. And my husband stayed with them home and took care of them, and also took care of my mother and stuff like that. So our core is family. My support is my husband.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I mean, he's an awesome dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
absolutely. And you mentioned a couple of times that you need to find your why to be able to move on and have the inspiration. What would you advise to those people, which I hear sometimes, that I simply cannot find my why? Because, we in the school system, we're not conditioned to have big dreams. Maybe until like
have big dreams. No, why should you have big dreams? For me, in the beginning, my dream was to have all the oils. This was my dream. Your why changes, changes in time. But your goal, I know I wanted to be presidential, but your why changes. In the beginning, I wanted all the oils. And then was, I wanted to become a founder. And then was to have my own house. And I know that we had like a team training with the big team, and everyone should tell about their whys. And we had some girls who said, I want to make a hospital for poor children and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I just want my house. I have like a pity. Why? But your why changes. And, with doTERRA, because I discovered we just began to do Healing Hands project. And for me, it was, oh my God, I can do so much. When I discovered that I can impact the community where I live. And I can bring money to Romania is an East European country. We are not like shiny hospitals and communities and stuff like that. And when you, I'm so grateful that I have this position that now I can be a change in my community with the Healing Hands project. And my why changed it. Now we have, in 4 months, we have 2 projects going on. We applied for the maximum amount, and the first project was for the human milk, the only human breast milk in Romania. And we did a project and it was finalized. And now we have another one for children whose parents are in Italy or countries, and they work there, and they leave children with the grandparents. And they have emotional need. And now we build a house in our near our town for these children. And my why changed it. Okay, I have my house now. It's something else. And my biggest why is to have a facility like a daycare for older people with mental diseases, because mental dementia and Alzheimer and these kind of diseases are put aside. And if grandparents and parents, our parents, have this problem, in the end, they are took in asylums and put on medication. And I really, okay, it's a personal thing, but I really wish that I could do something like that, a center with art therapy. And I know I dream a lot. I like dreaming a lot, but with art and modeling in earth and stuff like that. But your why changes.
And it's okay to start with a small one if that's what you feel happy about, right? And it can change later.
You want a rose bottle. This is a very powerful why.
Yeah.
For the beginners, I want rose. We can have it with points now. So wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, Ioana, my last question would be, and I took some of them from here, like, how should they imagine a typical day that you have? Like, what are some of your daily habits?
I wake up early. 6 o'clock.
Early?
Yeah, I was always a morning person. I like the sounds of silence in the morning. And with the kids, I was longing for that silence in the morning. My kids have radars because we all live in a big bed. And when I wake up, they're like, where are you? Mama. And in the mornings that I can, yeah, and they wake up with me because that's it. But in the several mornings that they are asleep, I'm like, oh my God, this is happiness. That I have an hour of silence. And I begin to breathe. We live near the town, and I open the window or step outside and ground. Walk outside with bare feet. Just like that. I'm not very sporty. This year, I want to implement exercise more in my life. I don't like to have sports. My husband is like sports, but I'm like, oh, no, just watch a movie and drink something good and stuff like that. No. But what I discovered that sport can be fun. You can, what I do, I dance. In the morning, I dance. I'm not very good dancer. Just how comes natural to me. I don't do yoga. I don't know how to do it. Maybe there will be a time that I will learn to do it. I'm not so, spiritual. I'm like earth, grounded. So this is what I do in the morning. I drink my coffee. I do intermittent fasting. I don't eat until around 12 or 2 o'clock. It depends. And then kids are awake, they are put to lessons, and I'm coming to my office and begin chatting with my team, do my posting on social media, Zoom calls, webinars, content making, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
All day long.
Mm-hmm. When do you usually go to bed?
Bed?
Mm-hmm.
Around 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Okay.
Because I wake up early and I'm like the chickens, chickens. When the sun goes down, I'm like, I want to sleep.
Okay.
This is my biorhythm.
That's very healthy, by the way. Going early and waking up early. If you can do this, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, Ioana, thank you very much. And not only for sharing success recipes, but like being so authentic and vulnerable and sharing whatever you experienced. I highly appreciate it. I think we learned a lot. We learned today a lot from you, and we hope that we'll, maybe one day we can learn some more from you, because obviously as your why is changing, you definitely, you are going to have some more lessons that you learned, and we are eager to keep learning from you in the future. And the congratulations, by the way, to your great achievement with the Healing Hands Foundation. We keep saying to people to use it, and we see that more and more people now just kind of waking up and start to use it. But guys, here's a great example. Ioana, he just took it, like the offer that we as a company have, and now she's working on her second project, and the first one is completed. I've seen it here and there, and so big congratulations. You have a good what to say that, like, you're a visionary person. You see things and you start going and act on it. Good job.
I try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see here about what books can you advise to read. Books that brings you knowledge. Books that help you grow. This is the books that I advise you to read.
What would be your number one book? If you could point out only one, which one would it be?
I don't know. It's like I have it here. Change Your Brain. I love this book. It's like written by the most influential psychiatrist in the world, Dr. Amen, and I just love it because now I have like a very strong addiction to everything what comes to brain health. And I discovered this guy, and I want to read all he writes. Mm-hmm. And a dream of mine is to go to United States one day after the pandemic gets over, and to do a SPECT. He does something with your brain to see what's going on there, and it's very. Mm-hmm. I cannot recommend just one book. I have books, many books. Mm-hmm. I have an obsession. Now this is my obsession. Okay. Ask me in 2 months and I'll share something.
Something else. Yeah. Maybe if you have some more time, there's a question. There's one question here, but there was like actually another one. Like, what would you recommend to a complete beginner? Like how to start, where to start? And here the second question, which is associated with this.
If I do welcome pack of any kind, yes. Yeah. I always do a welcome pack. I mean, if you want to show, let me. I have this book, A Boy Truman's book. This is the one I give it to first time somebody enrolls. Then I give them samples, but samples with very good smelly oils. Could be Serenity, Balance, Citrus Bliss, Wild Orange. There's something that smells good that brings up appetite for trying new oils. And roller bottles, and I put nasal inhalers. All they need, and well, I have it here. This is my. I put fractionated coconut oils in, stuff like that. And I label it. I have my branding nicely done, and I label it because I want that we all sell oils. Make people buy from you. I want to make people buy from me, you know? So this is where branding comes and personal connection. And I always put oils in these droppers, because you know that we have that small bottles, dram bottles, but I don't like it because you have to just pour it. It's very difficult to use it. But with this, it's like very easy. And what I really, really, really love is Symphony of the Cells. I teach them about Symphony of the Cells. Yeah. And if you want, of course, that you can give it an oil that you have extra from, or how do you say, product of the month, to give them appetite for more. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you very much. I know that we could continue with all the questions, but the time is over. But yeah, definitely one day we need to continue. And thank you very much. I highly appreciate. I know it's quite late for now, and also for you and the attendees. But this was very, very precious. And we wish you all the best to support your wonderful family, your teams, and also those great causes together with the Tarot, with the Healing Hands. I really, really wish that all those things will be fulfilled with your initiation and help and support.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys, and have a lovely day and have a good night, everyone. See you guys. Bye-bye.